Alright guys, we just got done in here doing some dynamic bench press, and I figured it'd be as good a time as any to do a walkthrough of the gym. We've gotten a lot of new equipment in like the last year or so out here. A lot of weights and machines have been added, and powerlifting specific stuff that's been added into another room. So I figured now's as good a time as any for us to come here and do a quick walkthrough and show you guys what all we're doing out here. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so starting out here with the garage, we got some of our bigger machines and our powerlifting stuff. This here is the Nebula Unilateral Bilateral Leg Press. A lot of people consider this the best leg press ever made. It pops just right here with this. You pull this up, you can slide this through, and now you can do this as a unilateral leg press. It's got a really wide platform, different angles, so you can hit the legs in different ways with a power stance, more quad dominant stance. It's got the adjustable backrest that they're known for, so you can change the angle, change the way it feels with the spring safeties and the regular lock-in safeties. We keep it out here with some of the York calibrated milled plates back from when York cast all their stuff in the USA, and the Nebula's made in the USA as well. Over here we have a full monolift in the garage here with the spud safety straps and our Elite FTS yoke bar. We have more milled York stuff out here, and then we actually have the machined Ivancos that are, all of these are milled and machined to be within about 2% accuracy. They'll never be lighter than their stated weight. So they're perfect for powerlifting, so we know exactly what we're lifting out here. We've got our adjustable box squat from Edge Fitness. It's very sturdy, very solid, easy to adjust for different heights, get different kind of boxes for different lifters. We have all of our chain out in the garage here, probably a little over 200 pounds. So, you know, decent amount of chain here. Got our little chalk bowl, chalk people's backs or hands. We have this Rogue West Side barbell bench with the new, we just got this Ohio power bar in. This Rogue bench is really sturdy, very solid, perfect for pin presses or different band benches or competition stuff. Just a regular pad on it. The fat pad is a little too tall, and I'll probably end up getting one at some point, but right now we just have the regular pad on this Rogue bench. So we got our Elite FTS yoke bar, and over here we actually have an Elite FTS prowler. Kept in the corner here. We'll take this outside sometimes and push it out here in the street. You know, I mean, we don't really use this a whole lot out here, but it's good conditioning, and we do have it for anybody that does want to use it. And that's the garage. Main gym set up in here with all of our most of our equipment in here. We've got most of the stuff, pretty much everything in here is from Edge Fitness Systems. We got our gym dog in here, sleeping most of the time. We have this full Edge Fitness cable belt squat machine in here. So we've got some more York plates. Most of our plates here are York, so we have some more York plates on the belt squat. Very smooth operation, very nice piece of equipment. Rick made all of this stuff for me. In here we keep our IPF approved calibrated plates. These are all IPF certified. So we have Usaka IPF powerlifting discs here, and Ivanco powerlifting discs. We're about 1,500 pounds, a little bit more than 1,500 pounds. We have our Usaka competition powerlifting collars in here. Extra change plates mixed in with our pound stuff. We got a TRX over here, mostly for upper back or core work. We got this full Edge Fitness System rack. He custom made this one for me. On it, we got like 3,000 pounds of York and Ivanco weights throughout the gym. Most of it in here with more of the milled stuff all the way through, and then some OMC calibrated the machine plates from Ivanco barbell. We have these adjustable monoliths that were special made for this rack, and our Texas power bar that sits on them right now. We have the monkey chin-up bar, a front pull-up bar, our J-cups here. This is a west side hole spacing here with lower band pegs, upper band pegs. We keep all of our assorted bands on here. All of our bands here are Elite FTS. We got the lights and the short lights and the minis and monsters, shorts, full length over here, micros, averages, heavies on the other side. It's got the pin pipe safeties here for pin pulls. And then we keep all of our assorted barbells that aren't in the garage here. We have our bare steel kabuki strength Duffalo bar. Our Ivanko Easy Curl stays in here. American press bar from Elite FTS. The Rogue Ohio deadlift bar. 27 millimeter bare steel. I just like the way the bare steel finish feels in the hand. We have this York split sleeve Olympic bar from when they manufactured in the USA, mid in the 80s or 90s. It's straight. It's got a soft knurling, so it doesn't tear your hands up, but it's easy to grip. It's great for Olympic lifts. That's what it's made for, but we don't really Olympic lift out here. We've got our Iron Mind Apollon's axle. This is the best axle you can get for strongman. It's got calibrated weight. It's the one they use for the grip records that are set, I believe held by Mike Burke on this bar. And then we have our Edge Fitness giant cambered bar. We use these for our squats, benches, good mornings, things like that. Very sturdy, great, holds a lot of weight, more than anybody I've ever seen max out. We have our Edge Fitness Ghd in here. It's got a very comfortable pad, firm, but with the non-slip on the top so that your knees can really dig into it. Adjustable here, so you can adjust the height to do elevated glute ham raises and adjust forward and back in 1 inch increments. It's very sturdy. Have this board. We keep all of our assorted handles for our pull down machine in here, pull down low row machine, and then there's some medicine balls and dip handles that we can put on a rack over here. We don't really use most of that too much. And we have the Edge Fitness Systems reverse hyper in the corner. We use this pretty regularly in here. It holds more weight than probably anybody will ever need. Angled weight holders so that you don't need to worry about putting a collar on there because the plates aren't going to come off. Very comfortable pad, probably the most comfortable pad I've ever used for reverse hyper. One of the only ones I've ever seen that you don't need to put a yoga mat or some other kind of padding on so that it doesn't dig into your hips too much. In here we keep our Edge Fitness, this is his adjustable bench. It goes flat, all the way, 2 incline settings, and then all the way up to the military. It's a very sturdy bench. It's got about a 12-inch wide pad, so it's not quite what the fat pad is in width, but it's wide enough for pretty well everyone. Very sturdy though. I've seen a lot of really, really heavy benches on these, way more than I bench right now. On these benches, it's got the non-slip padding so that you can really dig into your competition setup, and it's built to the competition height. Moves around real easy, so we can deadlift in our platform here and get it out of the way. Right here we have our little flag set up, our good old USA. Most of our equipment's USA. We have these York round head dumbbells. The 1 to 100 is the full set from when they were made in the USA by York Barbell Company, and then to round out to get all the way to 150, we had to get the Legacy set where they made them in a similar style, a little different. The Legacies have a little bit of wider handle and they're knurled, but they're great dumbbells. We have them all the way up to 150, so we keep the little ones down on the bottom. The 1 to 10 and 1 pound increments down there. We have our big chalk bowl in here for our squats, benches, and deadlifts. We have extra chalk in the back. We always have chalk out here, and we use a lot of chalk. And over here we have, this is a lat pull down low row that was made for me by Edge Fitness Systems. It's got a 250 pound cable stack. The low row is on the floor here with a foot peg. Very, very nice piece of equipment. It's very smooth. You do really good exercise here. We use this for a lot of things. We use this for our tricep push downs with different handles, and our pull downs and our rows, and our Vogel pull rows and everything else. We have our Rogue TV1 trap bar here on the side. It's about 90 pounds empty or whatever that weighed for the first generation. It's super heavy. It's perfect for us. We keep our Russian kettlebell challenge kettlebells down here. We have, I think, the heaviest two of everything up to about 24 kilos. So they're good for swings and other exercises like that. But we actually use them for Dottie Thompson's body tempering out here. And then we have our other body tempering moves right over here. We have our ex-wife and our cheater that we use out here to do some of that body tempering, try to stay healthy and lift more weight. And then right next to it is our Kabuki Strength shoulder rock with a 10-pound plate on it. So, you know, keep the shoulders happy and healthy and opened up. Great piece of equipment, I think. And that's it. That's what we got in the main gym. And out here in the shed, we got a lot of our machines. We come out here, cable machines and stuff to get the blood flowing and get some extra volume for some, you know, building some muscles when in that hypertrophy out here. We've got another stereo in here. We've got one in each different room for the gym. You know, our log bar out here, a wooden log. It's 130 empty. It's nice and heavy. We got the Pro Maxima hyper extension. Easy to adjust. It's real solid to use. We have this horizontal hack squat out here. It's got a 500-pound stack. Very smooth operation. I think it's a lot better than most of the hack squats that I've used before. It's a really good feel. We have our loadable circus dumbbell in here. It's 100 empty. Actually, got this from Josh Thigpen about a year ago. We usually pull this in the log. We'll do those out in the back on the deck outside. We got this Hoist Multi-Press over here, a cable machine, adjustable handles, so you get more range of motion or less. The seat adjusts really easy with the kick pedal up and down. It's set to shoulder press now, and it drops down to an incline, and it'll lock in, and then we can go all the way down to a flat press. It's good feel, good work for the upper body. We'll come over here. We got this Adductor Abductor machine. We like to use this after leg days or like a post squat session to keep the knees and the hips feeling healthy from sumos and wide squatting can beat them up. We have our Hoist Arm Tower with this Elite FDS B-bar and just a regular little curved curl bar. Smooth operation here. It's a really good machine to use. We actually just finished doing some tricep push downs over here with this. And we have, finally in here we have our Hoist Mid Row. These handles are free moving, different directions, of spin side to side and all around for bigger people, smaller people, get better elbow angles so you can get a better contraction of the lat. Really easy to adjust to get more stretch or less, or whatever you're going for. Same kick pedal to adjust the height of this for different taller or shorter athletes. Really like this one a lot. It gets a really good contraction in the lats and the mid-back, depending on how you do it. It's got a pretty good stack, and it's actually really easy to add some bands to as well for a little bit better of a loading curve on the weight. Keep a couple of adjustable dumbbell handles out here. We don't use them a lot, but if people want to do really heavy rows, we can bring these in and plate load them. And then all the way back out here on the outside of the shed, we keep our Atlas stones. We've got a set that goes from about 114 pounds all the way to about 365 for the big one here. With this little wooden loading platform that we got off of a swing set that we had out here. Kind of low, but we have a lot of mats that we can use, that we do use to stack on top of these to increase our height for different loading heights. These were made with the Slater molds, and came out really good. They sit out here all the time now because I'm doing more powerlifting, but we like them for a little bit of back work sometimes. And I mean, that's it. That's all we've got out here. Those are our 3 rooms for everybody that comes out here.